Hello, everyone. In this session, we are specifically going to talk about the pineal gland, which is also been well known as the Eye of Horus or even Eye of Ra. These are different names which have been given, but actually they are all the same thing. Let's try to connect. So this is what the pineal gland looks like. This is our brain, and in the brain we have a small point which has been called as the pineal gland. It's just like the size of a peanut, you can see. It looks like an eye. That's why it has been named as the Eye of Horus or even Eye of Ra. They are only mirror images of each other. One is on the left hand side and one is on the right hand side. So brain is identical. You can look it from the both sides as a cross section, and it looks very much in a similar way. So we'll first of all try to connect it across from our book, which is Yoga System of Study. If we can look over here, this is something like the sun, and from the sun, if you see, yes, the inverted line falls across on our pineal gland, which is been shown over here as a small eye. So this is what categorically the picture depicts across, and it talks about the road of Parama Brahma. This is something really important for us to know about, and it talks about chakras. So we'll come back to the chakra parts also. So these are our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 points, or the chakras, and the ajna. This has been specifically called as the third eye chakra. We'll talk more about in details about this. So this is more of to do with your third sense, your consciousness, where this consciousness level connects you across to the universe. This is what it truly talks about. Now, the chakras are more about believed to be energy centers which are distributed throughout our body. And in that, specifically, the third eye chakra, which has also been called as the ajna, is considered as the sixth chakra in the body, which is also been known to us as the sixth sense, technically, because this is something which is more to do about with our intuitions. Now, this chakra is said to be located in the center of our brain or the head, and because it falls something between our two eyes in our forehead on the backside of our head, it is sometimes called as the third eye. Also, it is related to the third eye of Shiva, which we technically see. This has been located on the front. Actually, it is on the backside, but if you look from the front, this is where it would be exactly coming to. Now, the chakra is believed to be linked to the pineal gland. And as I told you, the pineal gland is a pea-sized gland shaped like a pine cone or even to a small pea. And it is believed to be mystic and is considered to be organ of supreme universal connection because it then connects you across to the higher realm. This is what it has been talked about like. And not only that, but the pineal gland also plays an important role in various cultures. Let's talk about them one by one. As you see across in our Vedic culture, which is also Ayurveda, which is also been talked about, like, let's say, the Ayurvedic philosophy, where this third eye is represented by the Ajna chakra. So the Ajna chakra or the third eye, this is the pineal gland, technically. And the pineal gland is the biological relative of the energetic third eye chakra. What it technically does is it produces something called as melatonin. So you can do more research on this part, probably maybe understand more about that thing also. Now, as I told you, yes, there are 7 chakras. Seven is a very important number. We have talked about the law of 7 also, and in this, the Ajna chakra, the third eye, is which is something really important. When you activate this, now there are like stages for this. This cannot be directly activated. You have to activate one chakra at a time, and then probably through this conscious level, then you are able to activate the sixth chakra, which has been also called as the third eye, Ajna chakra. When you activate that, you probably are able to connect to the higher realm, the universe as such, where you get higher level of consciousness, and from them probably you are able to derive your powers, where you are totally been away from your materialistic world and are able to connect to the higher realm. So this is why this is technically very important, and this can be activated through yoga. And yes, how this is to be activated, so let's come back to that part also. Now on page number 16, it basically talks about the activation. Let's read that. Super yoga science teaches that there are 7 breathings. Just as there are 7 days of creation, 7 music notes, 7 rainbows colors, 7 great sages, 7 spirits, 7 seals, which John speaks about in the book of Revelation. Now, this is through a breathing technique, and more about that can be learned through yoga. So, breathing is very important if you want to activate these chakras, and this can be activated only one by one step at a time. Now it takes lot of effort, lot of concentration to activate this chakra, so maybe taking time. You can get in touch with us for knowing the systems together, or probably you can have a yoga practitioner who specifically is an expert in activation of this chakra. Now the daily yoga exercises that you do are specifically only been in more of, let's say, to the normal people, but very few are aware about activation of your third eye, the Ajna chakra. So be cautious about them. If they are only aware about this part, then and only then they would be able to tell you how to activate that and what is the use of activation of this Ajna chakra. Otherwise, it won't be making any sense. You'll be just doing your exercises, regular exercises. That's it, nothing more than that. So please be very cautious about knowing how this has to be activated. This is a very precise exercise that has to be done, and it takes time also. Breathing is a technique through which this activation can be done, and then probably you'll be able to activate your chakras. It's not that okay, you have only the sixth chakra. Above this, there is one more chakra also, that is the crown chakra. So this again takes you, once this has been activated, probably after that this can be activated, but this is of prime importance, the Ajna chakra, which is also been called as the third eye. So know about that, because it then takes you to the next level of consciousness, which is also been called as the Christ consciousness. And this can be only activated through the breathing techniques. Why? Because the breathing techniques talks about how this has to be activated. So that's it for this session. We'll again meet in one more session, maybe probably talking about something really interesting, of maybe some different topics. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care.